Guys, welcome again. It's my pleasure and privilege to be able to do this tonight. I'm just going to start off with some quick thank yous. I'd like to thank Athletic Director Jeff Sequeira for allowing Coach Hudson and I the privilege to continue to coach. We feel very fortunate, and again, I think Jeff is the finest athletic director in the state. So very grateful to you, Jeff. I'd like to thank Mrs. Heidelberger and Mrs. Goldman for allowing us to continue to coach. They put up with more than they should ever have to. Thank you. You guys are the glue. I'm going to miss somebody. So I want to say this tonight, and I think often we don't say it enough. I'd like to thank the parents. So senior guys, if you have it, you need to grab mom and dad, and you need to say, this is for everybody, especially the seniors, and you need to say thank you. Because you do not know the sacrifice that it takes to play any sport, much less 4A basketball. Mom and dad, they believe with you, they celebrate with you, so please do that, guys, if you haven't already. And parents, on behalf of the Floyd Central staff, we thank you. We have exceptional parents here, we always have, and super grateful for them. So kind of give you the format tonight. We're going to recognize the freshman, JV, and varsity, and then we're going to take some time to recognize the seniors alone. Certainly deserving of that, guys, without question. But I'm just going to make some brief remarks. Freshmen, the guys that are here, I'll announce you by name. Guys, feel free to give them a hand. As you come up, Coach Hada will give you your certificates. We've got great students here. My wife made sure. She said, Tom, talk about the academics as well. I know, I've heard it for years. But no joke, we have exceptional students here, and that's very worthy of recognition. So, some brief remarks, guys, on the freshman class this year. I gotta make one more thank you. I gotta thank Coach Hada. I have been fortunate to coach here for several years, and I've been around some good basketball minds. I've been around some Hall of Fame coaches, and without question, Coach Heidelberger is one of the finest basketball minds that you'll come across, without question. And he has a love for the game that is special and is even better due. So thank you, Coach Hada. And if you notice, every freshman game, where's my freshman? Guys, do I ever get the clipboard ever in a game? Coach Hada runs all the plays. I'm like, Coach, can I run one play 1 year? He's like, no, Tom, you're right. He really is. I never get the clipboard. I'm like, please, one time. But always makes me look great. And he's an absolute pleasure to coach with. So, Coach, can't thank you enough, man. Thanks for making me look good and everything you do for the players.
Season, I felt like we had a real good season. Started off real well. Kind of like going to this more, but we also played, kind of tail off at the end a little bit. But we also played St. X, Trinity, some of the best freshman programs in the state last year in Kentucky. One of their coaches before one game said, we're not going to lose a game this year. And I think at halftime we were up that game. We ended up losing, unfortunately, but. So we made some strides with the freshmen. And on a funny note, I thought we had the best hair of the freshman team I've ever coached. Our guys had the best hair, literally, of any freshman class we've ever coached. This year was the winner of that.
Great job, Coach. Very well. All right. Guys, just some brief remarks on the freshmen. We had a great season, as Coach Hudson mentioned. Stack it up and look across the HHC. Our freshmen either won the HHC or we won a share of it. So not sure we lost to an HHC team. We face every year, Coach mentioned it, we face some big teams, St. X, Trinity, and it's tough, but that's what we want. You guys want to be challenged, and you were all year long, but more importantly, I will say, and I haven't said this every year, but parents of this freshman class, you should, and I know you don't need me to say this, you should be exceptionally proud. This is a group that we could have left alone in any scenario, at any time, and not had an issue. Extremely respectful, wanted to learn and easily coach. And that made it fun. We had a really, really fun year. So grateful to each of you guys, and look forward to watching you guys progress. A lot of work to be done, for sure. Got to be committed. Keep chipping away, fellas. So I'm going to call each of you by name. What I'd like you to do, I think for the guys that are here, we've got enough that we can stay up here. Feel free, guys, give them a hand as they come up. And then I'm sure maybe mom or dad, somebody's going to want to get a picture while they're all up here. And then you can go back to your seat. So again, worthy of recognition, equally as important, we've got some great students. So I'm going to start off with each of the players will receive a certificate of participation. And then we've got a few guys that also are going to receive an award for academic excellence with a GPA of 3.8 or higher. We'll start off with Jacob Stewart. Here's my man Aiden Miles, certificate of participation. Tyler Cardwell, certificate of participation in academic excellence. Ethan Woodrum, certificate of participation in academic excellence. Matthew Polk, certificate of participation. Clay Austin, certificate of participation. Nolan Lippert, certificate of participation in academic excellence. Zach Ball, certificate of participation in academic excellence. Maddox Bear, certificate of participation. Certificate of participation in academic excellence. Carter McQuiggy. Sebastian Robertson, certificate of participation. Kate Smith, certificate of participation in academic excellence. And last but certainly not least, junior veteran, certificate of participation. All right, guys, give one more round for the freshmen. Oh, Amy, you want to get a picture?
It's okay.
Yeah, no.
Somebody text it out.
Okay. All right. Good.
Freshman Academic Award.
There you go.
All right, guys, we'll move on to the JV. As I'd say, I think everyone that saw the JV team this year play, they were really, really fun to watch. And I think talking with Coach, for one reason, they believe they can compete with anybody. I mean, they absolutely did. They played hard early in the season, but you know, at the JV level, freshmen are your young boys. JV level, you're starting to, it's that tweener between a young boy and becoming a young man. And we could see the physicality of the JV team this year start to develop. And once they started to trust each other and see each other's abilities, really played some great basketball. Coach and I were talking one game, and man, they were really competing. And I said, they believe they can beat anybody. And that was very apparent, and it was very, very fun to watch. I think one of the best memories I have of the JV team this year was Jennings County. Jennings County had a very good team this year, and so went into overtime, and it was in a probably three-quarters capacity crowd, just a great game. And Coach and I were standing over there, we were like, man, they're battling right now. I mean, it was just, the guys were playing with each other, for each other, and they competed for each other. And that was really, really fun to watch. And for you guys on the JV, you're going to play a big part in Coach White's future success. and that's good. We've got a lot of multi-sport athletes, which is tremendous. But make time and commit to your craft.
You didn't finish the story.
Go ahead.
About the Jennings County.
Oh, I knew you. Go ahead. I knew you.
Great. Gets a couple of free throws, right? Was a game tie. I can't remember where we were down one. Down one. Braden gets fouled. Goes to the line. Band. I mean, Jennings County has one of the best bands.
Great atmosphere.
Great atmosphere at Jennings County. I mean, it's a tough place to win. Band's going crazy. I think the crowd's going. You know, right at the end of those JV games and the varsity games start, the crowd's probably the biggest because some people leave after the JV game. Well, he goes to the line. Not sure he's ever shot. His dad's over here shaking his head because we talked after. He goes up there and
Never doubted
two free throws.
It was good.
Or did it go? Did you put it in overtime?
Went in
I can't remember. You put it in overtime. We were down two, put it in overtime. So yeah, hit two huge shots, free throws. So
Yeah.
that's big.
Yeah.
Something he'll remember the rest of his life.
For sure. Another good memory, very quickly, I'll share. Watching Isaac Kaiser gallop down the floor on a fast break and throw down a pretty remarkable dunk, but the expression on his face and everyone else's was one of surprise, joy, and shock. It was really cool to see. So,
He did it last summer at Whiteland. First dunk I think I've ever seen you do in a game as a sophomore. I was shocked. I was like, whoa. So, you know, that's
yeah.
good job.
JV, keep that great attitude. Continue to be committed to the game. Find time. Coach White's going to make some remarks later and talk about the schedule coming up. You guys are going to play a big part in the future success. So you had a nice year and well done. So guys, same format. I'm going to announce everyone that played. The guys that are here will get certificates and also an academic award. So please, guys, put a hand together. Camden Harrod. Of course, Braden Noble, certificate of participation and certificate of participation. Certificate of participation. Keep growing, Ethan.
This is the hair department. Now, look at this hair.
Coach, they're on the hair, guys. You know. Let's give a round of applause to Dave. Well done.
Here, guys.
Okay. Braden. Okay, I'm going to change the format up for the varsity just a bit. So outside of the seniors, we're going to recognize the varsity roster. And then after that recognition, we're going to recognize each senior individually and go from there. Guys, certainly, I think it's fair to say that varsity season this year was challenging, without question. That's okay. Life's going to throw some headwinds at you, without question. It's all about how you respond. Can you endure? Do you push on? And I would say, without question, the varsity team did that year. Hit a lot thrown at you. A lot of new things coming at you. And you were challenged every step of the way. In today's world, it's easy to pull that ejection handle and say, this is not for me. But super proud of you guys. And I'll tell you, I really tried to think of a eclipsing moment that summarizes the varsity team. And I'm hoping that you guys would agree with this example. I think the moment that best symbolized what this varsity team was about was when we rolled up north to Cathedral to play who has been historically and continues to be a powerhouse. we had faced down some challenges, injuries, some tough games up until that moment, it would have been easy. It'd been natural to say, hey, we're going to roll up here and just let our rear ends get whipped. It was the opposite. People that really don't know my connection to Floyd, that I've run basketball circles with, were so impressed with the effort you guys gave. We gave Cathedral guys arguably one of the best teams in the state all they wanted. It was just fantastic, and I think that crystallizes what this team was about. I think it's also worth noting, we had some guys come into big roles this year on the varsity. We've had a lot of talent over the years, guys, which is great. Some guys had to step up in big roles and asked to do things they weren't used to doing. That's super, guys. The payoff down the road in life is going to be phenomenal for these experiences. But super proud of the effort all season. I don't think there was a game when we went in trying to compete and win, and that's all you can ask for. I would say for the guys coming back on the varsity, again, not to steal any of Coach White's thunder, we have an opportunity here to do something special. You guys got to believe that. You got to commit to it. You got to put the time in. 4A sports are tough. Basketball, 4A basketball is the big stage, and you forge your medal in the time spent in the gym and the weight room. So I encourage you. Again, Coach White's going to get up and kind of start to create the blueprint of what's coming this summer, and look forward to that, but make sure that you're committed. Last comment on the varsity team. You guys, I think you go through tough challenges in life and you forge some battle armor as you go on, and I certainly think this team did that. So, well done, guys. Could not be prouder. We've coached many of you, had the privilege of coaching many of you. Very, very grateful to each of you for the effort you gave this year. So I'm going to announce the varsity roster outside of the seniors. Holy smokes, we got some great students too on this squad. So certificate of participation and academic excellence for Nate Rushing. Mom must have be feeding the encyclopedias in the water for the Floyd boys. So certificate of participations and academic excellence for both Calvin and Ryan Floyd. Certificate of participation and academic excellence for Austin Cardwell. Certificate of participation for Trey Walters. And academic excellence for Sam Higgins. Well done, Sam. Certificate of participation and academic excellence for Brock Conrad. Okay, I think that rounds out the remaining seniors. Well done, fellas. Nice job. One more big hand for this group. Thank you.
Get it?
It's too late.
Yeah, grab it. But feel free, guys. We'll also have time afterwards.
All right, everybody frown. Gotcha. Thank you.
That was only your kid looking down.
That's only one dollar.
Get behind that column.
Seniors. Guys, always bittersweet to have seniors leave the program. Certainly excited for the next steps for you guys, but as you exit your Floyd Central family, you take with you years of experience, a lot of time invested in you guys. I know putting two of my own sons through Floyd Central, every year I sit on the bench, probably the last 10 years, and watch seniors leave. No joke, it's just a little bit of sadness because I've coached a lot of you guys, put a lot of time in with you. Super excited for the next chapter in your life, but again, thank you for all that you've done for the program, the time you've spent, and your Floyd Central family certainly wishes you the best as you move on to that next chapter. So I'm going to talk about the seniors individually, some brief remarks. Have you come out, stay up here please, and we'll get one picture, and then we'll have a couple of other items, we'll go from there. So this first young man, I'm going to call the human highlight reel. This guy, he led the team with the highest field goal percentage, but I'm saying bull because they were all dunks. I mean, the field goal percentage was probably 99%, and every one of them an outstanding dunk. So, Caden, you've been a fantastic multi-sport athlete over the years. Come on, baby, try. I had some conversations with young Caden as he was coming up through the program. This was a guy that I could say, hey, Stewie, go get me 10 rebounds today. Expressionless, yes sir, he'd go get 12. Okay? I remember Coach Hada one day high-stepping over and saying, Stewie just dunked. I'm like, there's no freshman dunking in this place. We have one other. Josh Guy threw one down one day, but Caden, you've just been an outstanding part of the program, and I'm sure everyone knows, but Caden has earned a privilege. We'll be going to Purdue next year on a track and field scholarship. So, Caden, you want to do that? You had some field goal percentage, but again, it's ball. It's because they were all dunks.
He has the largest calf in the state.
Yeah, you can stay up here. Let's do it. This next young man, I think without question, he brings with him unbridled passion for the game. He is a kid that comes to compete and battle. Had a chance to coach him as a freshman as well, and there's no limit on Tevi Ali's motor. It's 0 to 100 in a split second. Come on up, my man. There's no governor on this young man's motor. It's always been 100 miles an hour. Yeah. But Tevi, certainly express our thanks to you for all the effort. I will say this, there's something that a lot of people don't know, and it's just most of the work is done, should be done. But Tevi is a kid that I'd walk in the gym, we'd be coaching, he just went through a 2.5-hour varsity practice. I'd look up, doing laps. I'd look up, jumping rope. I'd peek around the corner one day, shooting on the gun. So when you think no one is watching, we are. And on behalf of your team, I want to thank you for all the time and effort you put in, and that passion that you have. This big heart has earned you the right to play on a good IU Southeast team next year. Your Floyd Central family is going to be rooting you on, and keep that motor. Might have to put a little governor on there. One can't always be 0 to 100, but we wish you the best as you go on, baby. Tevi's also a young man who's been a part of a lot of success here. Played with some great teams. So, Tevi, again, thank you. Mrs. Goldman is also signaling to me. With that motor this year, Tevi also led the team with 4 assists per game. So, nice job, Tevi. Okay, this next young man. We lost to injury. This is an outstanding young man. I walk in the gym. Every time I walk in, I say, What's going on? We're working at it, Coach. It's an outstanding attitude, and not sure. It's unfortunate injury happens, but you know people are excited. Your teammates are excited about a kid when you hear, like I would hear, hey, he's coming back. So Bryce, I want to come on up, Bryce. Always got a smile on his face. Bryce, it's not lost on us the time and effort that it took to come back from your injury. So glad you were part of the program. Always had that, sometimes like a mischievous smile, though. I don't think you know what's going on, Coach, but Bryce, you certainly earned the mental attitude award, and again, express our appreciation to you on behalf of the staff, and wish you the best in your future endeavors as well, and nice job on the mental attitude. A couple of guys that couldn't be here that I'll just announce the awards. Nate Giovanni couldn't be here. He won the Sportsmanship Award, and Brock Conrad wasn't able to make it. He led the team with 6.6 rebounds per game. Yeah, we've got several academic awards for the JV players. We'll just grab them when we finish here. Well, I don't think there's any secret. We can have. I think it goes without saying we had another young man come to us that sustained a serious injury. Without question, I know the time and the work that he put in, and I think it's no secret the team was really, really glad. Jackson, come on up, my man. Another kid that I met Jackson for the first time over the summer, and first words were, "Coach, I want to play." And nothing more you can ask for that, Jackson. So I know, again, the time and effort that it took for you to come back from your injury, and super glad you could be part of the Floyd Central program, and the Floyd Central family will continue to support you and root for you as you move on, man. Okay, last but certainly not least, Caleb, y'all come on up. You're the last one. I remember a young, fresh-faced Caleb Washington coming in, and similar to the couple of other kids that I remarked about, Caleb has spent countless hours in the weight room and working out. He has worked tirelessly to craft his game and where he can play at several different positions. I think that Caleb led us in many different respects this year. He received some state honors, and Caleb, it's all you. You earned it, you put the time in, and I will also say your attitude has always been exceptional. You've been a very good leader for this program. Caleb's going to be joining my son Grant at DePaul next year playing basketball. That quiet leader that you've become, you're going to need to be a little bit more vocal to get Grant's big rear end up and down the floor, without question. But super happy for you, Caleb. Caleb led us in free throws this year, shooting 72%. He was also recognized and participated in the IBCA Top 60. Caleb was also our overall offensive and defensive player of the year. And Caleb scored over 1,000 points. So might need mom or dad to help you carry the hardware out of here, Caleb. Caleb was also All-State Honorable Mention. So Caleb, I've run out of superlatives. I think your awards, your statistics say it all. You've just been an exceptional player here. Floyd Central is lucky to have you. And your Floyd Central family will continue to root you on as you go to the next chapter. So, well done, man.
this way, boys.
Everybody
Good tip.
I'll take one over here. Thank you.
1,000 point ball is somewhere in this facility. Okay? We will find it.
Tom, Jen just went to the car to get it.
Wow, Miss Gone. Jeff, take it up to her. Very sorry.
Great. Calvin, Calvin, right?
Caleb, you need to run back up here really quickly. Let Mom and Dad get a picture of you with that ball. Come on. Just don't go shoot it, okay? All right, guys. Again, it's my pleasure. I'm super excited to welcome Coach White up here for some remarks, and let's give him a big full central welcome.
First and foremost, I want to thank all of you, especially you as parents, for letting your young men be a part of this program. I want to thank the seniors that have laid the foundation for the work that we got to put in to be better. And again, that's what we got to do. We got to be better. We got to be better in every aspect of toughness that those seniors brought day in and day out in each of the games. I had the privilege to sit back and watch some games since I took over the job. And I love the work that the 6 seniors put in. And again, it is our goal and our job to do everything that we can moving forward to make sure that their work and the foundation that they laid carries over for Floyd Central basketball. With that being said, I look forward to seeing Caleb, you and DePaul, alma mater of Brad Stevens, good friend of mine. I will let him know that you're going to carry the torch for him well over there and beat some of his records. Ali, IU Southeast. I look forward to being over and watching you play as well. And maybe that's something we do as a team, is we load up a bus and we come over and watch both of you guys participate in college. You other gentlemen, whatever it is that you decide you're going to do, whether it's you're going to go on with your basketball career or you're going to go on the academic side of things, know that every day you work to strive for something for not only you, but to solidify a legacy for your mom and dad, because they put in a lot of work to put you in a position that you're in right now to be successful. With that, can I get everybody to give the parents a round of applause? And, you know, I'm a parent as well of 2 great kids. My son is a baseball player. My daughter is a cross-country runner and track and field athlete. So I know what you parents do and the sacrifice that you made for each every last one of your kids. And my hat is off to you, and I'd say hair, but you know, I shaved that a long time ago because it got gray real quick. But you know, my goal is that every day that I'm here, every day that I walk in that gym, is that I bring an energy that's unwavering and that will not be compared to anywhere else, that anyone else would go anywhere else to go play for, or play for a guy. I'm one of those individuals that I'm intense within the moment, but we have fun. We have fun playing the game of basketball. We have fun representing Floyd Central. And those are things that we're going to do. We're going to honor the people that came before us, all the great players that were here in the heydays. These gentlemen right here did a great job with the spring workouts and everything. And again, we look forward to moving forward with the basketball program in a positive light. A couple big events that we have coming up is we're going to participate in the IU team camp, where we go over and see Coach Woodson and his fine staff at Indiana University. And we'll do that on June 10th. Then we're going to perform in front of every college coach imaginable on June 24th. And that will be in Indianapolis at Westfield, which is my backyard, where one of the schools I came from was Westfield. And a lot of great things happen during that month of June. A lot of coaches will reach out, and you know, I was just talking to Coach Bragg today up in the weight room, and that was one of the things that we touched on, was that, you know, there's enough success for everybody. Enough success for everybody. And, you know, we don't need to look over in this lane and say, well, man, why is he getting all these looks over here? Well, if you control the controllables, which is what's in your lane, you're going to go far. And that's one of the things I learned a long time ago, is I can't go compare myself to a Brad Stevens. I can't go compare myself to a John, coach of Christmas Addicts. I can't compare myself to those guys. I have to come in here and I have to be Fonzo White. I have to come in and bring the energy. I have to bring my smile. I have to bring the positivity. I have to bring it so the guys will fulfill that same energy, and that we do it together and we have success together. And one of the things that my college coach said to me when I coached at Franklin College was that players recruit players. And what's going to happen here is that players are going to see Floyd Central basketball at a fast pace. At a fast pace. And they're going to want to be a part of that excitement. I mean, we got the greatest facilities amongst anybody in the state. Why not us? We will be a team to reckon with coming out of the South Semi-State. And we will compete night in and night out with the toughness that's unwavering. And we'll make them believe what we believe. Because we're all after that goal, to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. We over me, it's coming. And it will be the culture moving forward here at Floyd Central. I thank you all for giving me an opportunity to be here. And I look forward to y'all embracing what we have to move forward with. My mom and dad told me a long time ago, it's not a matter of what's in front of us, it's who's behind us. And that's family. Floyd Central basketball family. Thank you. I'll be around if anybody wants to talk. You seniors, I would love to talk with you all because I want to meet with you all individually at some point in time, because I want to get some input from you all. And I have a little questionnaire that I always ask guys to fill out for me, because I want to learn too, and I want to make this the best that we can make it for you all, so when you come back, you're up in those stands and you got a great team to root for. Returning underclassmen. I have schedules over here, and then I made 20 packets of a workout that you can get started on right away. And that will help us out moving forward, okay? And then when we get together the first workout, I'll go over the weights with you and everything, and we'll get you on that path to where you're going to have success right away, okay? And the only people that's going to believe in that success is you, okay? So make sure you stop by and see me over here, or I'll actually move over this way somewhere so it's out of people's way, and just come by and see me.
Seniors, make sure you take your banners with you when you leave. I mean, obviously, take as many pictures as you want. Make sure, get it in front of the basketball and everything, all the props, and thanks to the senior parents for helping and decorating and setting up. But please, take some pictures and take your banners with you before you go.
So, great. So, house cleaning. You guys love that term. Yeah, Aiden, that was for you. Let's do this in an orderly fashion real quick. We'll have the freshmen come up, everybody at once to get a picture. Then the JV will come up, everybody get a picture. Then we'll have the varsity come up one more time, get a picture in case everybody wants to get one. Then we can do individuals. Please, returning players, don't,
Take your picture there, right there.
yes. Okay. Thank you, Jen. Make sure, returning players, everybody gets a schedule from coach. Guys, exciting times. Return seniors, last comment to you. Well, first, guys, I hope everyone enjoyed themselves tonight. Jen's telling me to wrap up. Great to be here with you all. Again, long overdue, but certainly glad we could do it. Seniors, this is always home. Okay? I love when Luke and Grant come back home and they come in here. Okay? Please, this is always your family here. Underclassmen, you heard the message from Coach White. It's time to go to work. Okay? Be ready. All right? Guys, that concludes everything. Freshmen, come on up, get your picture started. But thanks again to everyone. Have a great time.